You probably remember the first time you heard of Hunter Warfield. Maybe they sent you a letter trying to collect a debt. Maybe they called you on the phone asking for money. Maybe they sent you a text message demanding payment. Hunter Warfield is no ordinary debt collector. They work for some of the largest corporate landlords in the country, trying to squeeze money out of tenants long after they've moved out of bad situations with unfeeling, uncaring corporate landlords in large apartment complexes. And if Hunter Warfield is on your radar, that means you're now experiencing the worst of what corporate American landlords have to offer people like you. Hunter Warfield's aggressive tactics leave tenants with charges they didn't expect and damages that can last for years. And where is this nexus of corporate evil located? Right here in Tampa, Florida. My name is Mike Waslick. I'm one of the lawyers at Ricardo and Waslick here in Florida, and together with my partner, Jason Ricardo, when debt collectors like Hunter Warfield give you hell, we help you give it back. Today, I'm going to tell you the simple secret of the 3 things you can do to get debt collectors like Hunter Warfield out of your life forever. So what makes Hunter Warfield so bad? Federal filings reveal they've been the target of hundreds, if not thousands, of complaints from tenants all over the country for things like collecting money that was never owed, aggressive telephone collection, making false reports on credit reports, and more. And if Hunter Warfield is in your life, it can have a disastrous effect on your peace of mind and your financial future. But we're about to show you how to stop them in their tracks. So what's the worst that Hunter Warfield can do? Let's be honest, Hunter Warfield doesn't just want to scare you, they want to extract money out of you. And they're going to use every tool at their disposal to do just that. They're going to use your emotions, your fear, your anxiety, the unknown against you in order to get you to cough up as much money as they can get out of you. So how far can they really go? Number 1, they can put that account in your credit report and damage your financial future for as long as 7 years. If Hunter Warfield is showing up in your credit report, it would be a mistake to ignore it, because for the next 7 years, that negative mark can stop you from buying a home. It can stop you from getting your next apartment or buying a car. It can even prevent you from getting a job. If Hunter Warfield is reporting a debt that you don't even owe, that can make the damage even more devastating. What else can they do? Well, they can make your life a living hell, rile up your anger, your fear, your other emotions to manipulate you to make you pay money. They can do that by calling you on the phone, sending you text messages, bombarding you with letters, creating a fear that no matter where you turn, you can't escape Hunter Warfield's debt collection efforts. And if they're making you feel trapped, they know you're more likely to pay money even if you don't owe it. What's the third thing they can do? They can threaten to take you to court, or they can actually sue you. And if they get a judgment against you, they might be able to garnish your wages or take bank accounts or other property in order to satisfy the claims that they've made against you. If you get notice of a court action from Hunter Warfield, it is absolutely critical that you respond to that in the right way with the right help. And I'll tell you how to do that as well. And now that you've heard all the bad news, I'm going to give you some good news, because there is a way to stop Hunter Warfield dead in its tracks. Because even big national corporate debt collectors like Hunter Warfield still have rules that they have to follow. They have to follow federal law, they have to follow state law, and they even have to follow the lease agreement you signed with your original landlord. And if they break any one of those obligations, you have a right to turn around and sue them for damages that their violations cause. And now we'll talk about a couple of the ways which Hunter Warfield might be crossing the line from hated enemy to lawbreaker. There are 3 simple steps to figuring out whether Hunter Warfield has broken the law. The most common violations we see from Hunter Warfield are when they ask for amounts that aren't really owed, or when they communicate with you illegally in order to harass or annoy you to ramp up your emotions to make you pay money that you maybe even don't owe. Step 1 in fighting back against Hunter Warfield is the moment you get a communication from them, send a dispute letter. This does 2 things. Number 1, it requires them to stop all collection until they provide you with verification of the debt. Information that can let you analyze whether or not you really owe what they're claiming you owe. Typically from Hunter Warfield, this will include a breakdown of the charges from the original landlord itself. That will allow you to go through the charges, figure out what you actually owe, what you don't owe, and if you're in doubt, to work with a lawyer to determine whether the charges they're trying to collect from you are legal under the lease, under state law, and under federal law. And if they're trying to collect something from you that you don't owe, you found the violation you need to get them off your back for good. The second thing that you can use a dispute letter for is to block off those harassing, unwanted, annoying communications, because you can tell them one of two things. One is you can tell them that you don't want them to contact you anymore. You put that in writing, you mail it off to Hunter Warfield, and by law, they are required to stop contacting you. And if they do contact you after getting that letter, then they violated the law. And then again, you have leverage you can use to get them out of your life forever. Or you can tell them that you've hired a lawyer to help you out with this situation. Usually that will scare them away. At the very least, it will require them to stop talking to you and talk to your lawyer instead. And if there's one thing Hunter Warfield hates to do, it's to give information to a lawyer that lawyer can use against them to help you. The second step is to find a way in which Hunter Warfield has violated the law. You can use the information you get in response to that debt verification request to break down the charges and find out if they're adding illegal fees or other things that they're not allowed to charge, because if they are, then they are breaking the law. And also, if you've inserted in that initial letter the fact that you don't want them to communicate with you, and they do, that would be a violation that you could use against them. And the third step is, once you've found that violation, whether Hunter Warfield has overcharged you, whether they've reported an inflated balance on your credit report, or even a debt you don't owe, or if they're communicating with you in a way you've asked them not to, once you have that violation, you can use that as leverage by going to court and suing them for their violations of law, for their breaches of the lease agreement, for their violations of Florida's Landlord-Tenant Act, or for other violations of federal or state law. In most cases, that's something you'll want help with. Now, because Hunter Warfield is right here in Florida, right here in our backyard, we can sue them here in Florida on behalf of almost anyone across the country. And if you're a Florida resident experiencing problems with Hunter Warfield, then we can usually use state law to bear as well. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Mike, what if I can't afford to hire a lawyer to sue Hunter Warfield? And I've got great news for you. You don't need to pay a dime, because if we find the ways in which Hunter Warfield is breaking the law when they try to collect debts from you, the law provides that they will have to pay your attorney's fees. So if you have a valid case, we can take that case without charging you a dime up front. We get paid by the other side after the case is over, after we get results for you. And for debt collectors like Hunter Warfield, when they're trying to collect a few $100s or even a few $1,000s off of you, but they've broken the law, they owe you more money than they claim you owe them. Almost always, they're going to have to write you a check and make the debt go away forever and never bother you again. So if you're having problems with Hunter Warfield and you'd like to get them out of your life forever, go ahead and contact us with the contact information in the description form below. And if you're new to the channel and are wondering what a dispute letter is and how to use it, I want you to watch the video I'm going to put on screen now. It's going to talk to you about how dispute letters work, how you can use one to your advantage for any debt collector, including Hunter Warfield, to get them out of your life forever, just the way I've talked about in this video today. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.